Hi,
Hi,
I'm Anastasia. It's so nice meeting you.
it's good to meet you too. My name is Stieneke van den Brink and I'm working as a technician in the Hubrecht Institute for almost 45 years now.
45 years is a
45
lot.
is a long time.
I'm a first year PhD student.
Okay.
And I have been at least in Hubrecht for 5 months now.
Okay. And where do you come from originally?
Originally I come from Greece,
Okay.
but I have lived in the Netherlands the past 3 years.
Okay.
I can imagine that you have worked like a lot in your life, like supporting all these research and experiments.
Yeah.
How have you experienced this, especially as a woman? Did you see any difference with your like male colleagues and stuff? Because I imagine you have worked with many people.
Yes. Well, the Hubrecht was always an institute where a lot of women were working already as group leaders. So it was quite normal for me to find females in a role as important scientists. I never experienced a lot of difference between male and female in the Hubrecht. I know that in other places things are different, but I think the Hubrecht Institute and also the Royal Dutch Academy has always tried to be good for the females in their...
I completely agree on that because this is the same feeling I got when I first came here like a couple of months ago, that there are no particular discrepancies between like genders. There is no... They try to keep and maintain a gender equity, although, I don't know, in my opinion, although we have like a lot of male PIs, at least in the leadership positions.
Yeah, we still never had a female director. Would
That's important as well. Have you ever felt, not as particularly in Hubrecht, but in general, that science like is a field that can affect a woman's life in terms of like work-life balance? Because as women, I mean, we do so many things, like we keep the household, we choose sometimes to make family, we have friends, we're sisters, mothers.
I think it's difficult. It is possible. I think most of the PIs in the Hubrecht lab, the females, do have kids. And they also having their family, but it is difficult.
Yeah, because
it's difficult to
except for the family, it's also like social life, and it depends on how much and how willing you are to sacrifice, and how much of your life you're willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
But then other factors come in play, like what is the perception of the community for a family?
Yeah.
Because at least where I come from, the woman is expected to take care of the children, to prepare the food for the husband, for the children, for everyone. Here I don't see that.
No.
Like everyone is doing everything. So here it's, the ground is fertile for people to be treated equally and be given the same opportunities. In your opinion, what do you think that is needed to be done in order to overcome like these problems as females, as women?
Well, I think the most important thing is that you combine your scientific world, your scientific life, with a personal life that allows you to also have a family and have a so that you can sort of take care of family and children and things like that. Maybe spending more money, I think, as a government on daycare for kids.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah, so that it is less expensive and better accessible for everybody.
I would say that a clear schedule is needed, because it's super scary that you can actually overwork or focus a bit more on family and actually lose the balance between those two. They need
Yeah.
to be super well balanced all the time, which is
it's very,
tiring.
very difficult. Yeah.
So do you think that two people in science, for example, two postdocs, two PIs, could make it work?
If you don't have kids, yes.
With kids, it's impossible.
Difficult. Maybe you have to make the choice to give up something to gain something else.
Yeah, you cannot have everything all the time.
Yeah.
No.
And I think it's for females, I think maybe because you have the sort of urge to become a mother, maybe more than men have the urge to become a father. That you really.
Sometimes it's society that pushes you. Sometimes it's something you just need and feel for yourself. Like you want to become a mother, or you want to become a partner. You want to have that. Do you feel that there is something that you could have done differently in your career, or you would like to be different now after 45 years?
Yeah, I think if I look back at my life, I think it would have been better for me to go to university and study and not go to the laboratory school. So it's So
a different path a bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm intelligent enough to do a university.
I think so too.
Yeah, but So that's it. So maybe. Because I was living in a small town in the country. Usually, females were not allowed to go to higher school.
Education.
Yeah, higher education. So I was sort of forced to go to the laboratory school. I could have also made a thesis out of it, and
definitely.
But yeah, that's something that is maybe in my personal life I should have aimed a bit higher, but for me it was impossible at that time.
This is very important that you say. It also depends on the time period that we are talking about, because it is true that nowadays people at my age receive many more opportunities. I think it's promising that we see women and people in general having ambitions and actually trying about something because they believe in themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't always easy for women to actually believe in ourselves and our potentials.
Sure, you can be a group leader. Why not?
I hope so.
Yes, why not? Yeah.
What are your hopes for the future, for women who aspire to work in that field, in science?
Well, I really hope that both men and women can work together and can be equal in being group leaders or being directors of institutes, of being important. Everybody has to be able to identify with people of their own gender, of being important.
In Greece, you don't have like the same equity between genders. You see male people, male professionals in medicine, in science in general, to be preferred over females. So females need to struggle a lot more to prove themselves every day, and this is so exhausting. It's important for people to be given like the same opportunities. And it's quite promising that there are countries, there are fields that actually set an example for that. So women to come forward and prove that things can be done quite nice by both genders. It doesn't have to do with a gender.
No, it's nothing to do with gender. I mean, we can do anything.
Sometimes society sets these obstacles for women and does not let them actually dream of things that they can achieve, not even try for them. But at least I think here the Netherlands and the Hubrecht itself
Yeah.
sets a really good example
Yeah, I think
of
so
how
too.
both genders, depending on their qualifications,
Yeah.
they can achieve things.
I really think that Hubrecht is also really trying to create a safe workplace. We can, everybody is feeling free to express him or herself the way they are.
Even expression of individuality, not even between females and males. I see people being themselves, like,
Yeah.
because this is the message we should focus on. Like, these things are not related at all with our work and how we are as researchers.
Yeah.
Our physical appearance, our preferences do not really matter, and they are non-business.
Yeah.
Everyone is accepted as they should be
that's
everywhere.
true. Yeah. When I was hired, I was what we called punk. I was dressed as a punk. My hair was standing up like this.
Really?
It was.
I want to see a picture.
There are not that many pictures. I was dressed completely in black with black nails and very high, big shoes with big.
We have been so good friends.
Yeah,
we were at the same
maybe I looked a little bit like you when and he hired me, and he really hired me because I looked a bit weird, and he thought that would be a good way to put someone like me in the group to bring a bit more diversity to the group. So he
exactly. Yeah. That was the first thing when I applied for this PhD position that I read at the really last sentence of the description of the project and the description of the Hubrecht, that in case of equal qualifications, the person who increases the group's diversity will be chosen. It was the first time that I was hearing this.
Yeah, that's good. Huh?
And then it was the time that I realized this is where I want to go.
Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah.
Would you have any tips to give me as like a new person in the field, like an upcoming researcher? What should I do and what should I don't?
Focus on what you want, but keep an open mind and try to, when the results are not the way you expect them to be, that there are still results, and don't ignore them.
No.
I think it's very important, and go with the things are changing all the time. So go with changes, and don't ignore them. I mean,
that's very important. What I would like to at least tell you is a big thank you on behalf of everyone for all your contribution to the field, to the institute, to your group. And I'm sure that I would be delighted if I had you as a technician in my group. And I want to wish you a peaceful and happy life.
Thank you.
As you have imagined it, because you deserve it.
Thank you.
And I hope that many more people get inspired by you, by your work, your motivation, your dedication, and they try the same.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I wish for you a very good future in science.
Thank you.
Hope you can once become an important group leader or Nobel Prize winner.
Hopefully, thank you.
You never know.
It will be because of you. I will mention you if it ever comes.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, this is the start of your career, so you can become everything.